Welcome to the Next Level You podcast. In today's episode, we talk about why it's important to seek out discomfort rather than try to avoid it. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm your host, Jaime Lang, and welcome to the Next Level You. Inside this podcast, we dive deep into the inner workings of your mind, how to elevate your life, the necessary subconscious reprogramming to the undeniable laws of success, and the tools, techniques, steps, and lessons I have learned in my 25-year journey of inner growth and development. You can expect hard truths and honest conversations about what it takes to up-level your life and step into the best version of yourself. Join me on this journey in creating your best life. Ready to become that next level you? Let's begin. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Next Level You podcast. My name is Jaime Lang, and today we're going to be talking all things discomfort. Now, discomfort is something that we've all experienced at some point in our life. It's that feeling of being uncomfortable. It can also be a physical feeling such as sweaty palms, your heart beats faster, butterflies in your stomach, and maybe even a sense of anxiety can creep in. But what I'm talking about today in terms of discomfort particularly is around your goals and the attainment of your goals. Most people shy away from anything that they perceive as painful or uncomfortable. And I'm here to tell you that you actually need to revert that thinking, to turn that thinking around and actually seek discomfort. Now, I don't know about you, but I am yet to meet anyone that set a goal and it was achieved without discomfort, without challenges, without having to grow in some shape or form. So discomfort is actually part of the journey and part of the process of accomplishing anything. It's a natural human characteristic to seek something that's pleasurable and avoid something that you perceive as painful. And whether that's a physical sense or an emotional sense, discomfort is definitely something that most people try to avoid. Now, what actually happens when you are feeling discomfort? It generally means that you are on the edge of your comfort zone, that you're actually pushing yourself to the point of comfort, basically. And what it also means is that you are on the edge of a breakthrough. You are on the edge of leveling up. You are on the edge of change. So usually what happens when you set a goal, you start taking steps to achieve it, you do all the things that are comfortable to you. You do all the things that you are confident that you can achieve without discomfort. And generally what happens when you start taking action and you're doing all the things that are comfortable to you, you'll only get so far, if anywhere. When you start to reach the borders of your comfort zone and you're heading into that discomfort, what usually happens is the ego is trying to pull you back to somewhere safe. On the outside of your comfort zone, that's the unknown. And straight away, your ego or your reptilian part of your brain, which is the part that is driving your survival, will pull you back, will put blockages in your way, will put challenges up so to keep you safe. Now, safe may not be necessarily a life or death situation, but the ego doesn't know that. All it wants you to do is be in the comfort of your comfort zone. Stay where you know what's going to happen. Stay in the known rather than venture out into the unknown. The very nature of the definition of discomfort as the feeling of being uncomfortable, either from a physical cause or from a situation or something that causes this feeling, shows that it is not a natural feeling to feel, that you actually feel discomfort because of something. Now, the discomfort can be a physical pain. It's usually not severe. But in terms of your goals, this discomfort is actually where the magic happens. Chances are What you want is not within your comfort zone. Otherwise, you would already have it. If what you want is not in your comfort zone, then you need to go through discomfort in order to obtain what it is that you want. That means stretching yourself. That means doing something that you may not have done, or pushing your comfort levels and becoming uncomfortable. So I highly encourage you to try to get used to being uncomfortable in regards to your goals, in regards to putting yourself out there or taking the actions that are going to get you the results. In fact, stretching your comfort zone is what you were born to do. It takes courage, strength, and resiliency to push through discomfort. It takes grit and persistence, because the very nature of feeling discomfort causes your brain to go into that fight or flight mode. It triggers your subconscious mind to go into survival mode and move away from discomfort. But that's not where your goals lie. That's not where the achievement of something bigger lies. Let's go through some examples. Say you have a sporting goal that you are aiming for. Maybe you've made a representative team. The very nature of training at that elite level will cause actual physical discomfort as you're pushing your body to its limits. But then also being up against opponents at that next level causes you to up your game, whilst you are feeling those feelings of discomfort, of nerves, of anxiousness. But that is actually a good thing, to be able to then use those feelings as energy, as fuel to push through into your game. What about if you decided to change your career, or even leave the comfort, so-called comfort, of a job and start your own business? The very nature of doing something unknown or something that you've never done before can cause, you to go into feelings of uncertainty, feelings of fear. Perhaps maybe you've got that fear of failure, or you're questioning your ability. Can you really do this? You're unsure of the results that you're going to get. There's no guarantee. And there's so much to learn. You might be feeling overwhelmed, and that feeling of discomfort comes into the pit of your stomach. Or perhaps, like me, you decide to start a podcast. You're being vulnerable, you're pushing your limits, you're putting yourself out there. Maybe you have feelings of imposter syndrome, what ifs, the mind chatter starts. These are all natural human responses to doing something that your brain and mind is not used to doing. And automatically it pulls you back to wanting to stay in the comfort zone. So what do you do when you decide that you want to go for something big, and yet you're feeling all these really uncomfortable feelings? You're second guessing your decision. You are questioning your ability to be able to achieve what you can see in your mind. Well, first of all, absolutely, first and foremost, you should be so proud of yourself as you are striving for more, as you're not settling for the status quo. You're pushing yourself to the very edge of your comfort zone and stretching and making yourself go that next level. You want to improve yourself and your life, and that really needs to be celebrated. There are so many people out there that settle for status quo, settle for the less than desirable job, settle for not earning enough money and sacrificing. Now, there's nothing wrong with sacrificing, if you have something else that you, in terms of money, that you want to put your finances towards. But what I'm talking about is just settling with what you've got and not wanting more. Now, if you're happy doing that, absolutely fantastic, go for it. But I believe that you're listening here because you want to step up. You want to be better, create more, take your life to the next level. So secondly, if this is resonating with you, nothing, and I mean nothing worthwhile and life-changing, occurs without some levels of discomfort. Now, maybe you've decided to end a relationship because it just wasn't where you wanted to be. It wasn't fitting, your idea of what a relationship should look like. There is going to be huge amounts of discomfort in that, in ending a relationship, with having to start again or, build yourself back up. But that means that you're opening the doors to allowing something better to come in. You're putting yourself out there to allow that next person or that next adventure to arrive. You're almost like clearing the closet to allow more in. And thirdly, despite feeling discomfort, you still take action. This is a massive one. And I really, and I'm speaking from my heart, because this is something that just this past week that I have had to really work on, and so-called take my own advice, in that discomfort is going to happen. It's what you do in spite of that discomfort. Do you completely give up? Do you give yourself the time to regather, to reset? Do you do exercises to build your confidence back up, to stop that mind chatter? Remember, the subconscious, or the reptilian part of your brain, or the ego, they're all interchangeable words. They want to keep you safe with what you know and the known results. What you're trying to do, what you're trying to create, what you're trying to change is outside of your comfort zone, and that ego is going to try to pull you back to so-called safety. Now, consciously, we know that it's not a life or death situation, or it's not in terms of a physical sense of safety, but it's also going into the unknown is unknown, and it potentially can be seen as unsafe. So learning how to quieten the mind to get control of that mind chatter, and we all have it. Whether you start comparing yourself to someone else, I'm not where I need to be, or this person's doing this, it's learning how to take control of your mind and really bring yourself back, recenter, regather, but also be kind to yourself. So many times you can be beating yourself up even around the discomfort, and that you border on the edge of giving up. But I want to pull you back to, if you can see it in your mind, if you can feel it in your heart, that you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, or whatever it is that you want to create, or whatever it is that you want to change in your life, if you can see it in your mind and you can feel it in your heart and in your gut, then you can absolutely do it, regardless of the level of discomfort, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the challenges. And a great analogy, or sorry, not an analogy, but a great thing to keep in mind is that regardless of how long it's going to take you, you're going to get there. There's no, sure, I set goals and I put timelines on it, but if I don't get it in that timeline, that's okay. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop going for my goal because of the discomfort or because of the challenges. It just means that I'm going to change the timeline, because I know that in my lifetime, I will achieve or create or change ABC. So when you are feeling discomfort, and try to even change your mind around to seek discomfort, because when you are in those feelings of discomfort, it means you are on the edge of growth, that you are on the edge of a breakthrough. You are on the edge of expansion, of up-leveling, of advancement, of developing whatever it is that you need to develop. You are on the edge of improving to get what you want. And who wouldn't want any of those things? Discomfort is the contraction before the next step. Think of it as something big is about to happen. So the next time you start feeling those levels of discomfort, think something big is about to happen. So go forward, seek discomfort. When you start feeling it, think, yes, I am about to level up. I am on the edge of something new. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Next Level You podcast. Remember, if you resonate with this, feel free to share, tag me in a post, share it with your friends or family members. I'd love to hear any feedback that you have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join me on any of the socials. And until next time, what you shine a light on cannot stay hidden. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Next Level You. If you loved and found value in today's episode, be sure to share it with me so I can continue delivering valuable content and inspire more listeners. And if you haven't connected with me on social media, come and join me on Instagram, where you can find extra doses of inspiration at the Jaime Lang, or visiting my website at jaimelang.com. That's spelled JAIMELAING. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful for you all. Until next time, remember to embrace the journey to become the next level you.